All right. So before we get to our guest speaker, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Amber Duluth, your E3, P3 upline. I don't know my rank today. And before we have her roll, I'm going to announce incentive. I'll unmute you again in a sec, Michelle. It wasn't your background, obviously, but okay. So she's like, not me, my kids aren't here. So before we roll, I am going to announce an incentive that we have done annually for the last however many years I've been here, guys, a while, okay? And so this is our third season for this event. So if you've been around a while, you may know the incentive that I'm talking about, but we have our annual glamping trip coming up this summer. I know, and some of you are like, WTF is glamping? Glamping means you get a bathroom and a roof over your head, and it's not in a tent, okay? So we actually have 23 spots available. You will be staying in a cabin with 3 other roommates, and we have fun. We go to a lake for the day as long as weather is good. I take you guys out to a few awesome dinners, and we hang by the fire, and we go to the pool, and there's a DJ at the pool at night. We just have a lot of fun. We play a lot of cards. We do some leadership stuff, but mostly it's about really just connecting with your sidelines and cross lines. So if you're on here and you've been to the glamping trip, you know, you could drop it in the chat and let them know how awesome it is, because I know some of you are a little scared of it, but here's the deal. It is July. I want to make sure that I'm going to read the dates right real quick. I am going to put this post up in Dynasty for you guys. It's July, I just skipped July, 18th through the 21st. So it's a Thursday to Sunday, and Thursday night is the kickoff. We do a dinner, I get some reservations, and we do some dinner, and then you guys check out on Sunday. So lots of fun. All you have to do is get yourself to Maryland, and I pay 100% of everything else. So your stay, your food, you'll get some gifts, and all of the food that we have on the trip is all on me. Okay, so to qualify, in the month of May or June, you have to rank as D2 and above or P2 and above. Okay, and because I have 23 spots, if for some reason we have more than 23 humans, the D2s with the highest organizational points will go. I will tell you this, push really hard, because last year we actually ended up with a couple of extra spaces, and a couple of D1s with the higher volume were able to go. So I'm just saying, push really hard. But that is the details. I'll get the post up, but I'm really excited to see you guys. We've always had a really amazing time. So our annual glamping trip is upon us. Oh, and 3 spots, I haven't figured out how yet. 3 spots are going to be in the RV. I own a 36-foot RV with queen beds and all of that good stuff. So 3 people will get lucky and land themselves in the RV. Okay. All right. So without further ado, I'm going to unmute Michelle. I'm going to give a little bit of the intro. So for those of you who do not know Michelle Barnes, I don't know what to say to that, but I hope you know Michelle Barnes at this point. Okay. If you're lucky enough to have been around a while, I would imagine you've taken her annual goal setting call. That is right. Yes, I love the nods. It's incredible. I mean, you all probably have blue note cards and blue pens, right? So I asked her to hop on because, guys, we're 9 days from June. Like, we're almost halfway through the year. And so I thought, whether you're new and have never been on her call, or whether it's mid-year and we need to kind of cycle back around. And so I asked her to hop on and help us refocus, reverse engineer our goals, all of that good stuff. So here's how this is going to work. If you have questions while she's chatting, drop them in the chats. When she's done, we'll kind of come back to the chats and she'll answer any questions you guys have. But guys, she's an E3. She's a network marketing legend. She is training at A&P next month. So like, everyone knows her. She's incredible. She's one of my favorite humans on the planet. Massive heart, boy mom, and just all around badass. So I know you guys are going to love her. So without further ado, Michelle, I'm going to let you take over.
All right. Well, thank you. I am so excited to be here with you guys because, you know, I have kind of a motto that if you're not having fun, you're doing it wrong. And all I know is that Amber knows how to have a damn good time, and I love her face off. And I know that every one of you are so grateful to be part of her organization. And I'm so grateful that the universe brought us together because, you know, you just, even 4 short years ago, we didn't know each other. And here we are in the same company, in the same team, business partners, just crushing life together, really. And, you know, I love all of our texts back and forth about our crazy little humans that we have. And, you know, like I said, if you're not having fun, you're doing it wrong. So all I know is I better get an invitation to this glamping trip. That's all I'm at. That's all I'm saying. Okay. So there's only 22 spots.
My bed. I'll make you an extra one.
All right. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm excited, guys. And when Amber asked me to come on and talk to you guys, you know, for those of you, like, I wish there was like some virtual, maybe I could see some hands or something. I don't even know if I can like see all of you at the same time. I'm so technically challenged. Just ask Amber. Okay, I see a bunch of you now. All right. So what I'll do is I'll ask how many of you actually, for reals, okay, not just listened. You don't get to raise your hand unless you actually did the goal setting training that I did at the end of last year. So in December, heading into 2019, how many of you that I can see actually took an hour and a half and actually did those goals? Okay, yay, I'm seeing some hands, all right. And some of you, I can't see your face, and that would be me if I was on a Zoom normally, because I'm normally not bathed. Today I bathed for you guys. So there you have it. You're welcome. And so anyway, all right. So here is the deal, guys. I do a training call every single year. I've been doing it for about 20 years now, which is insane. I've been doing it since I was 10. I was like a network marketing prodigy when I started doing the goal setting trainings 20 years ago. No, but really 20 years ago, I started doing this goal setting training, and every year, as I grow personally, my goal setting call and training grows as well. And there are things that have a huge impact on me through each year that I'm able to impart on you guys. And so one thing that I want to ask you guys, if you have not done it, I'm going to give you you can have it for free. It'll be archived forever at mentoringbymichelleCom/goals. Okay. So Mentoring by Michelle, I have 2 L's in my name, mentoringbymichellecom/goals. It'll be archived there forever, or I will make sure you always have access to it. But do me a favor, guys, like put an hour and a half or so aside. I think the training was about an hour and 11 minutes. I'm kind of a weirdo about numbers, and it turned out being like an hour and 11 minutes, and I'm a big 11:11 weirdo. But anyway, so that's the only reason I remember that. But give yourself about an hour and a half of just you time. Okay. Give yourself an hour and a half. Like, you owe this to yourselves, guys. If you have not done this, and even if you have done it, like, do me a favor and revisit it. Okay. Even just putting this training together for you guys tonight, it forced me, I usually do it mid-June-ish, you know, and I'm glad that we're doing this at the end of May with you guys, because what it did is it forced me also to go back into my goal setting training, pull out some of the most pertinent things and notes and training. And it had me like going, okay, where am I exactly? Because here's the deal, guys, you got to begin with the end in mind. Okay. So if you're like, okay, this is where I want to be by the end of 2019, and this is where I am, first of all, you got to be tracking your results at all times, you know, which I'm sure most of you are tracking your team, your volume, what's happening. So if you're here and you want to go here, what is it going to take to close that gap? What activities, what actions, what events, what books, what trainings, what seminars, what DMO, like what are the things that it's going to take? If you're here and you want to go here by the end of 2009, what do we got to do to close that gap? Okay. I set some crazy goals for this year. And honestly, guys, I'm slacking a little bit. Okay. You know, my goals with my Modere team are off the hook amazing, obviously, you know, but you guys make me look good. So there's other goals outside of that personally, you know, personal goals as far as personal recruiting goals, personal selling goals. And then there's other things outside of that I want to do for myself personally, because having been in this business for 23 years full time now, like, I feel like the first half of my life was spent making money and figuring this out. Not that I've got it all figured out by any means. I'm a work in progress every single day. But the second half of my life, I want it to be about legacy. You know, I also, you know, recommend and highly, you know, highly recommend you guys having a word for this year if you don't already have one. My word for this year was intentional. And, you know, my word was intentional. So I have it on everything. It's on my vision board. It's my vision board's right next to my bed. It's the first thing I see in the morning when I wake up. It's the last thing I see before I go to bed. I spend time every night. I spend time every morning looking at that. I go over my blue index cards with blue ink. They're right here. I practice what I preach. Okay. Every morning, every night. These are everywhere. These are in my purse. These are in my wallet. These are in my day planner. These are in, you know, my journal with all my notes. I mean, they're in the console of my car. They're on my mirror. They're in my bathroom. I mean, my family's like, oh my God, the blue cards, okay? Because they're everywhere, all right? And I suggest you do the same thing. Visible is memorable, okay? So the more visible you can have your goals, the more memorable it's going to be, the more it's going to keep you in check. Sometimes we all need that checkup from the neck up. And that's what this is, guys. This call tonight, this Zoom training is going to be a checkup from the neck up so that we can be real with ourselves and be honest with ourselves and say, okay, what goals did I set at the end of 2018 going into 2019? What goals did I set? And how close am I to reaching them? And if I'm close and I'm on track, freaking badass, give yourself a like pat on the back. We got to do that and reward yourself for that. And if not, don't beat yourself up. Okay. Because here's the thing, guys. I remember one of my dearest mentors and dearest friends, Bob Proctor, he said something one time, because I get frustrated when I set goals and don't hit them when I want to hit them. I think that's like the control freak in me. That's like, no, this is what I have planned out and this is what needs to happen. And I want to hit this goal by this date, period, end of story. But he said, your soul knows the destination of your journey. Okay. Your soul knows the destination of your journey. And so your journey is different than so-and-so's. And all of our journeys are different, guys. And it's all relative to who you are, where you are in life, how long you've been in this business, how much training you've had, you know, how much confidence you have, who you are, who you're becoming through the process. There's so many like moving parts, right? And so don't beat yourself up, but you also want to hold yourself accountable, right? And so even just putting this together today for you guys allowed me to do that for myself. So thank you guys, okay? And thank you, Amber, for making me do it a month early. She's always got my back. I love that about you, girl. All right. So here's the thing, guys. We are, like Amber said, end of May. We're heading into June. We have June, July, August, September, October, November, December, right? Okay. So what I want you guys to do, if you have not, and even if you have, do me a favor and just go back and do the goal setting training again. Okay. Go and do it again. If you haven't done it, please give yourself that hour and a half. Block and schedule. You guys know I'm a psycho freak about my whole, you know, scheduling. Block out 2 hours. Block out a 2-hour time chunk. I mean, you guys, I know you've wasted more than 2 hours watching Game of Thrones or some dumbass shit. Sorry, excuse the French, but you have, okay? I know, like, you've watched a movie that was longer than 2 hours. I mean, I heard Avengers was like 3 hours. I'm like, are you kidding me? So anyone can give themselves 2 hours for this goal setting event, okay? And it's a fun shop, okay? It's not a workshop, it's a fun shop. So please do that, mentoringbymichelle.com/goals. Definitely do it. Put the time aside. Make sure that you have a journal handy. Make sure you're in a space with as little distractions as possible. I know as moms, that's sometimes difficult. Do it anyway. Find a chunk of time that you can put that time aside, okay? And then do that goal setting call. Do it if you've never done it. Do it again if you've already done it. Revisit it, because I'm telling you guys, when motion creates emotion. And when you've got that emotion going, you're way more powerful. Okay. And so, you know, I always tell people, don't get so caught up in the law of familiarity. And I talk about this on my goal setting training, you know, that you just hear goal setting and you're like, oh, goal setting, schmole setting, you know, like been there, done that, you know, like if we hear about it at every freaking event and it's in every dang book that we read and every personal development, everything, there's a freaking reason for it, guys. It's part of the fundamentals. Okay. So revisit that. I talk about something in there that I want to share with some of you that may be brand new and haven't heard it yet. It's there is basically what you're doing when you set goals. You're creating the future in advance. Okay. You're creating the future in advance. And I want to share, there was a study done in 1953 at Yale University of the graduating class, okay? And what they did is they asked them this question. They said, how many of you have a clear, specific set of goals with a written plan for your achievement? Okay. By the end of my goal setting training, you're going to have a clear, specific set of goals, 9 of them to be exact, for the year, with a written plan for your achievement. Okay. Now they asked them this, okay, less than 3%, guys. Okay. You guys, some of you have heard me talk about 3% of America retires financially independent. 97% of America retires financially dependent. After working 40 plus freaking years for someone else, they end up dependent on somebody else to take care of them financially. Guys, that's insane. I mean, seriously, 97% of America that's doing 40 hours a week, the 40-year plan, retires dependent on somebody else to take care of them financially. They cannot take care of themselves financially after 40 years. Did I get the point across? Okay, so 3% retires financially independent, only 1% retire financially wealthy, okay? So 3% had written goals. Okay, so they went back 20 years later, guys, in 1973, and they went back to all of those people, okay, that they did this interview with, or this, whatever that they asked this question to. And the 3% that had written goals, they were happier, they were well adjusted, they were more excited. Okay, so maybe those are subjective, right? Those are pretty subjective. Now, get this, there was one thing, and this blows my mind, you guys. This absolutely blows my mind. There was one thing that was measurable, and that was their financial success or their financial situation. The 3% that had written goals, had a clear, specific set of written goals with a plan to achieve them, were worth more financially than the other 97% combined. Combined, you guys. I mean, if that doesn't tell you right there, and guys, I've seen it a million times over the last 23 years of doing this business. I was a psycho goal setter from day one in this business. I was blessed to go to a 5-day seminar that cost me $5,000 in my own company, you guys. The stuff we teach you here is free, except for maybe you go to 2 events a year that are like a couple $100. And you learn this stuff, okay? We're giving this stuff to you for free. The goal setting training I went to was $5,000. And it was in my own company, and the CEO charged that, okay? But guess what? It was worth millions. It was worth millions. That goal setting training 6 months into my network marketing career at 23 years old turned into millions and millions and millions of dollars over the last 23 years. So was it worth the $5,000? Hell yeah. Okay. So if they were worth more than the 97% combined, that shows you how powerful. So when we talk about what are your goals, personal goals, emotional goals, socially, spiritually, physically, financially, who do you want to become? In that call, I break it down into 3 areas: personal development goals, because the most important thing is who you are becoming. Okay. Network marketing is a personal growth company with a pay plan attached to it. The more you grow personally, the more money you're going to make. Period. Bottom line. End of story. I'm not the same person today that I was 23 years ago. Okay. I wasn't the same person after 5 years of being in this business, because I was a professional student of this profession. I was a student of the top money earners. I never made a science project out of it, guys. I looked at what the top money earners were doing, and I did what they did. I learned how to say what they said. I followed them around. I walked like them, talked like them, started acting like them. Even if I didn't have the confidence, I pretended like I did. And guess what? All of a sudden, and I don't like the term fake it till you make it. I'm not a big fan. I always say faith it till you make it. And the biggest thing that I want to share with you guys, faith and fear both require you to believe in something you cannot see. You choose. Faith and fear both require you to believe in something that you can't see. Okay? And you get to choose. So you get to choose. Do you believe in what you're afraid of, or do you believe in what you have faith in? I have 1,000,000% faith that any one of you on this Zoom right now can absolutely make millions in this company. I haven't always felt that way in other companies. We were selling the dream, but we were living the nightmare. Okay. Because there was a very small percentage of us that were making 6 and 7 figures. And the reason why was because it was so freaking hard. Okay. Guys, we have such a simple system in place for you guys that if you just follow the system and just do what we tell you to do day in, day out, consistently, I'm telling you, you can have anything you want in life. You can be, you can do, you can have anything you want in life with this opportunity. Now, a lot of it is, okay, people are always like, well, I need to find my purpose, Michelle. I need to know what my purpose is. You know what? Your purpose, I don't know what it is. I don't know what you were put on this planet to do, but there's something. And it's something that you love that fires you up. I am blessed to have found my calling and my purpose with speaking and training and teaching people that they can be, do, and have anything they want to be, only because it worked for me. And I was a broke college, law school dropout, waiting tables and bartending, you guys. I was 80 grand in debt. I'd never even had a real freaking job. Do I believe in this profession? Beyond a shadow of a doubt, because this profession took a broke $80,000 in debt little girl who had no experience in business, no business being in business. And it taught me how to become a better human. It taught me how to become a better marketer. It taught me how to become a better leader. I mean, in every aspect, okay? So I know that you guys have heard me say I had 3 things going for me. I had the desire, okay? I was sick and tired of being broke. If money is controlling every one of your choices, change it. It sucks when money's always an issue. I was there, you guys. Money dictated every single choice I made, and it sucked, okay? And people are like, oh, money can't buy happiness. They're broke, all right? Because all I'm saying is it's a good down payment, okay? It's a good down payment on happiness. I'm happier with it than without it, put it that way, all right? And so here's the thing, guys. You have to really, really, really get this. The past doesn't equal the future, okay? So whatever happened last month, last year, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, the past doesn't equal the future. We get to create the future by doing what we're talking about tonight in this goal setting training. Okay. So here's the thing you got to know. You got to know, number 1, thoughts are things, period, end of story. Okay. Whatever you think is. Whatever you think you're going to do in this business, you are. If you think you suck, you're right. If you think you're freaking amazing and you're badass, guess what? You're right. If you think you're going to be an elite in this company, damn straight you will be. It might not be by the exact date that you put on these blue cards. I put stuff on my blue cards that didn't happen, but guys, I can tell you probably 90% of the goals that I did set, and I found some old goal setting notes when I was going through I have this whole box of training material, and it was funny because I was going through these, and look at, you guys can see all these goals, okay? And it was just like a page front and back of things, and I can't even remember. I think I did this particular one 5 years ago, and I would say probably 80% of the stuff on here has happened. And I love finding this stuff, man. It's freaking like, it makes me so happy. I'm like, okay, I don't suck as bad as I just told myself I did earlier today. Because we all do it, guys. We all are so hard on ourselves. And I mean, I was just beating myself up yesterday. Like, oh, I'm not doing this, and I'm not good enough to do that, and I'm falling behind on this, and I should be doing, should. Stop shooting on yourself, okay? And let's freaking get busy creating the life that you freaking deserve. Guys, there's people out there that are not good humans that are making a ton of money. I used to truly believe, and I still have to work on this paradigm that I have, that if you're a good human and you work really, really hard, you're a good human and you work your freaking face off, you'll be rewarded for that. Okay? Not always the case. I know some nasty ass humans that don't work very hard that are making more money than I am. Okay? That are making more money than any of us. Is it BS? Sure. It is BS. It's their belief system versus ours. Okay? That's what BS stands for on this call. All right? So, I mean, here's the thing, guys. In order for us to change our results, the inner creates the outer. Okay? You guys hear me talk about it a lot. Your thoughts lead to your feelings, which lead to your actions, which lead to your results. If you put positive in, you're going to get positive out. If you put negative in, you're going to get negative out. This is not rocket science. Okay? Thank God, or I wouldn't have been able to do it. All right? So the first thing is thoughts are things. We have to monitor our thoughts, become the spin master of your thoughts. Okay. I mean, and you gotta like, it's something that we have to practice every single day. The majority of our thoughts on a daily basis are negative. So we've got to be the spin master and spin these into positive thoughts. The minute you have a negative thought, it is your job to be like, nope, I'm the gatekeeper of this, and get that ish out. Okay. Don't entertain. And here's the thing, guys, I've always told my team, you cannot afford the luxury of a negative thought. You cannot afford the luxury of a negative thought, because negative in, negative out, guys. Negative thoughts, negative feelings. Whatever your feelings are, if you're feeling yucky, you better do something to change it like that, because that's creating your results. Okay, because your physical body is your feelings, and that's what's going to turn into your actions, which is going to turn into your results. Okay, I'm not going to get all deep and crazy on you, because I'm a brain weirdo. I'm a brain nerd. I'm like this conscious, subconscious mind kook. Okay, so I'm not going to get all crazy on you, because the new people will be like, oh my God, Amber, who the hell did you bring on this? You know, so I won't get too crazy, but let's just start with that. So thoughts are things. Okay, the second thing is you have to, when you set these goals and you put them on your blue index cards, and they have to be, you'll learn this in the goal setting training, they have to be in the present tense as if it already happened. Okay. And you want to put that you're grateful. Gratitude is everything, guys. So every one of my cards starts off with, I am so happy and grateful now that, and then I fill in the blank. And this is for personal goals. This is my fitness goals. This is my goals as a mom. This is my goals as a leader for my team. This is my goals as a human, you know, in society. These are all my goals are on here. I'm so happy and grateful now that, and it just creates a good feeling. And you do it in the present tense as if it already happened. What this does, you guys, is magical. Okay. And like I said, I'm not going to get all crazy on y'all, but it is magical, because what it does is it acknowledges to your subconscious and conscious mind that you are not where you want to be. Okay. And in order to move closer to where you want to be, you got to know where you are, and you got to know that, like, I am not happy where I'm at. A little dissatisfaction is good sometimes, okay? Some people are like, oh, I don't have enough money. I don't have enough this. I don't have blah, blah, blah. And it's like, okay, first of all, stop complaining and recognize that as a positive thing, because it's going to move you closer to your goals, okay? When you're dissatisfied, there's a couple things, and I call them incompletions, okay? When you have incompletions in your life, when there's shit that you should be doing that you're not doing, and it's an incompletion, doesn't it suck the freaking life out of you? Yeah. So let's not let that happen. And we all do, guys. I'm just as guilty of it. And I always have a checkup from the neck up with myself, because I don't really know who else to go to. But I have to like give myself a little ass kicking every once in a while and be like, okay, stop feeling sorry for yourself. Suck it up, buttercup. Get your ish together. And like, let's freaking do this. Like, you are a freaking badass. Okay. So you need to have that chat with yourself. And I know Amber has it with you all the time. And I see amazing leaders on here. I see my little muffin, Kagan, on here. Hi, little muffin. And I think I saw some other ones on here. I see Kelly. I see so many awesome leaders on here. Okay. So, all right. So it acknowledges to your conscious and subconscious mind that where you are now is not where you want to be. Okay, this is a positive thing. That dissatisfaction, look at it as a positive thing that's going to move you. Okay, so those goals that we're going to create, when you do that goal setting thing, it's going to be, you're going to do a whole thing on personal development, okay? Because really, you know, all of the goals that you achieve, it's who you become along the way. And I know it's cliche and we hear it all the time, but it's true, you guys. It's who you become along the way. Okay. So there's personal development goals. There's some things goals, okay? And the material stuff, like when you set those material goals, do not feel guilty about it, okay? I used to feel guilty about it because I was raised by a single mom. We never had any money. She was 18 when she had me. And, you know, we never had anything. And I almost felt guilty when I started making money in this business, buying anything nice. And I didn't want my friends and family to think that I thought I was too good for them. That's stupid, okay? Like, you need to raise your standards. We all need to raise our standards, you guys. We all do, okay? We need to raise our standards, all right? So the things goals, have fun with it. Now I'm like, shoot, yeah, I deserve that Gucci belt I just bought, and I deserve those Valentino shoes, because you know what? I really don't buy a whole lot for myself, because a lot of my why is sending my kids to a god-awful expensive private school that teaches entrepreneurship, because they're in someone else's hands. They're being programmed for 8 hours a day by some other humans, and I want it to be about leadership, financial literacy, entrepreneurship, being kind, giving back to society and their community. And that's what they teach at that school. So you know what? $36,000 a year, boom, goes straight to their school. Okay, it's more probably like $45,000 after it's all said and done with all the stuff that they have to have. So anyway, that's a whole nother Oprah. Okay, so all I'm saying is don't feel guilty about the things. Have some fun things goals. Have some rewards. You know, like I have to like play games with my head because I'm a very competitive person and I'm sitting here in my house by myself working most of the time, okay? So I put little incentives out there for myself. No one's doing an incentive for me, okay? Yeah, Modere Movers, okay? Most of us get that in the first week if you have a pulse, okay? And if you're not getting it in the first week, that's a goal you should set, is to qualify for Modere Movers in the first week. That's my goal every month. Okay. We got to lead by example. Doesn't matter how much money we make, you guys. Doesn't matter what rank we are. You know, I know when I'm in the trenches, my language is different. Okay. When I'm in the trenches and I'm enrolling new people and I'm launching new people's businesses and I'm helping them rock this thing, my language is way different. My energy is way different. And it's obviously a lot more productive and better. So that's why it's important to stay in phase one always. Okay. No matter who you are, how much money you make, what rank you are, it's important to stay in phase one. Okay. I get all sidetracked because I get all crazy and excited. All right. Where was I? Oh, okay. So personal development goals, things goals. And then the last one you're going to set is some economic goals. Okay. And this is where we need to figure out, okay, if I want to make X amount of dollars, then I need to be this rank on the promoter side, or I need to be this rank on the builder side. Or if I'm going to dabble and kick ass on both, you know, then these are the ranks that I need to be in order to make this amount of money. And then, so that is where you got to begin with the end in mind, guys. You know, you got to begin with the end in the mind and say, okay, I want to make $5,000 a month. Guys, do you realize that only 5% of our American population makes over $5,000 a month? Only 5% of our American population makes over $5,000 a month. Some of you are making that on your freaking customer pod. I mean, guys, the opportunity we have here is sick and wrong, okay? Like sick and wrong amazing, all right? So less than 5% of the population. So whatever your goal is, figure it out and figure out what ranks you need to be and do what you love. People are always like, oh, I suck at recruiting. Okay, then sell your ass off. Okay, because some of those people are going to convert into social marketers, whether you want them to or not. And if you are, because thoughts are things again. So if you're saying I suck at recruiting, well, you're probably going to suck at recruiting. So just go sell. Okay. And if you if you're like, man, I suck at sales, guys, I tell myself that and I catch myself and I stop and I say, until now. Okay. I sucked at selling until now. I'm an awesome P1. Okay. Woo, woo. All right. So, hey, until now, but I'm getting better every day at it, you guys. I mean, I learned how to do referral posts from Bryn Lang. I mean, come on, you know? Okay. So I'm getting better every day, but I am a good recruiter and I know I'm a good recruiter and I love recruiting. Okay. So when we love something, is our energy positive or negative? Our energy is positive. Our vibration, our frequency is positive. It's happy. So people are like, oh yeah, they come to you left and right because they want to be around you because you are excited and love what you're doing. Okay. Love is the power, guys. When you love something, amazing things happen in your life. You start to attract amazing humans and amazing things in your life. Okay. So do what you love until you figure the other thing out. Okay. So let's not make a science project out of that, but figure it out. This is how much money I want to be making. This is where I want to be by the end of 2019. And then work yourself backwards. This is where I am. This is where I want to go. This is what I need to do to close the gap. Okay. Fair enough. All right. So here's another thing, guys. Like I said, I talked about it at the beginning. It comes down to your desire. Okay. Your level of desire. There are some of you on here that I'm probably scaring the bejesus out of you. Okay. I don't mean to. I just get really freaking excited. And I tend to talk to people that want to become financially independent. And so if you're someone that's like, hey, I just want to get some free product and make a couple extra $100. Okay. I love you. I love you to the moon and back. And the thing that I love about the culture we've created here, and especially in our dream team, is that we love you. We love you no matter whether you do $1 in volume or 100 million in volume. We freaking love you. We've created such a fun, amazing culture of a family culture within our organization, guys. It's something I dreamed about for the first 2 decades that I was a leader in this industry. You know, it's something I always dreamed about, is having a dream team where we're all on the same page. We all helped each other. We all supported each other. I was always the one preaching a rising tide raises all ships, you know, and this is the first team in 23 years, okay, that we have created that, guys. And that, you can't put a price tag on that. Okay. So we love every single one of you, because guess what, guys? Everything matters. Okay. Everything counts. And you have to remember that, the Thompson rule, 80-15-5, 80% of the people in your organization, their level of desires to make $0 to $500, okay? 15%, their level of desires to make a couple grand a month, maybe get out of a job that they hate, maybe stay home with their kids. Only 5%, 3%, 5% want to make $20,000 or more a month. Now, wanting to and be willing to do what it takes to do that, some are 2 different things, okay? People in hell want ice water too, okay? So all I'm saying is we've got to be willing to do the things, right? I love Emerson's quote, do the thing and you shall have the power, okay? So the key is to figure out what is your level of desire, okay? And then make sure that your actions exceed your expectations. What do you expect to get out of this business? And make sure that your actions exceed your expectations, okay? All right. And the other thing is dream big, guys. I mean, we are, oh my God, I just gave myself chills like a mofo. Okay. I get myself fired up. Okay. I'm such a dork, but we are in such an incredible time with Modere right now, you guys. And what we are going to do here is it already is setting a precedence in this profession and in this space, but we are going to make history with what we're doing here. Okay. And I don't say that lightly, and I'm not trying to be all cliche and whatever. No, guys, I've been doing this 23 years. I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen anything like what we have right here. What we have our hands on right now is off the hook amazing. Okay. And we're just fine tuning this sucker and making it better and better and better and better. And that's what I love about our corporate staff. From the top down, they're willing to listen to us. They might not want to sometimes, but we force them. Okay. And you know what? Everything is getting better and better every single day. Okay. Every month it's getting better and better. We're fine tuning things. We're, reeling things in. We're simplifying things. We're doing everything we can in our power as a collective group of humans, all of us in different teams, all the other leaders on the advisory board, we've all come together to say, hey, we are a rising tide that raises all ships. And that's what we truly want. Most of us on the advisory board have been doing this for 100 freaking years. We don't want to do this again. Okay. We want this to be the legacy that we leave to our kids and their kids and their kids and their kids, which is what we were promised in the beginning. Okay. And I will be damned if I don't let that happen here. Okay. So desire, expectation, imagination, guys. Okay. Imagine what your life would look like if time and money weren't an issue. And that's where I want you to dream bigger, because you know what? If there's horrible people out there that are not working that hard and they're not kind and they're making millions of dollars and you don't think you deserve to, that is BS. Okay. And we all need to remind each other, myself included, all of us need to remind each other of that frequently. Okay. So I'm looking at my notes to see if I got it all. All right. So like I said, you can be, do, and have anything you want in this business. The doing part though You got to do the doing part, guys. So, put that on your goals. What am I going to do? Am I going to ATM 10 people a day? What title and rank do I want to get to? How many books a week or a month am I going to read, or a year? How many seminars am I going to go to? What am I going to do to get better? Okay. Who in my team am I absolutely committed to helping achieve their goals? Put their pictures in front of your face. Put their pictures up. My goal is to create 100 millionaires. All right. My goal has been that. My goal is to do it by 2020. It's not going to happen. It's one of those goals that probably is not going to happen. Maybe not 100, but you know what, guys? We're well on our way. All right. We're well on our way. And I think that we at Modere need to have a millionaires club, because I think that we need everybody going, you know what? If they can do it, so can I. Because guys, if a broke 23-year-old dropout, law school dropout, 80 grand in debt, waiting tables and bartending, personal trainer can do it, so can you guys. So can you. Okay. I am just like you. I'm probably a bigger dork. I'm probably not as smart as most of you. I'm a spaz, as you can tell. Like, I'm organized in a very disorganized fashion. I've just learned in 23 years how to manage that disorganization and craziness and chaos. I'm a single mom, guys. I have 2 kids, and they're 2 boys. They're nuts. Okay. My life is effing crazy. Okay. From morning until night, it is crazy. All right. And so people are like, oh, what's a day in the life? I'm like, you wouldn't want to know, because you'd quit, like, I'm out. Like, this is nuts, but I love it. I love every second of it. The good, the bad, the ugly. I love it all. I love it all. Okay. So phase 1, guys, what are your income producing activities? What is your DMO? I don't have to do a training on that. You guys already know that stuff. And if you're brand new and you don't, your leaders that are on this Zoom, they do. And so keep it going. Get your blue index cards. Go on Amazon right now. Don't go to if you want to go to the office store, usually they come with pink, yellow, white, and you end up giving those to your kids. So you can go on Amazon and just order. Like, I order 5 packs of these at a time, of these blue index cards, and get some blue pens, okay? I have my favorites, okay? And you know what? Write it in the present tense. I am so happy and grateful now that, okay? But do the goal setting training, guys. Give yourself that 2-hour gift, please. From me to you, take the time to do it. If you've done it, do it again. And just focus on gratitude, guys. And gratitude will keep you in it just keeps you in a good space and a good place with those thoughts and feelings. And we all have so much to be grateful for, guys. I mean, there are so many people that have it way worse than any of us on here. Okay. And even at my lowest of lows, and, growing up with a single mom, having no furniture, you name it, whatever, like, I still was so grateful. And I think that's what helps create an amazing life. So, blue index cards, blue ink. Amber, I'm going to open it up to questions, because I don't even know how long we've been going. I told you I just get all psycho and crazy.
She did warn me that she'd be psycho and crazy. So if you guys have any questions, hit the chat. I can see it. I hope you guys love this as much as I do. Steve came in. He's like, you're actually paying attention. I'm like, that's right. I am. Guys, but I love all things goals, and I think it's important. I mean, I haven't been around as long as Michelle. But, I immediately set goals the minute, that I joined the business 10 years ago. Like, I remember being told, like, take it seriously, right? Like, you don't want to get paid as a hobby. And I bought a book before my kid even came. Like, I understood the personal development immediately, and I set goals. And do I hit all of them? No. But if I found something from 5 years ago, I can tell you that my 5-year ago self would not understand the money that I bring in now. I mean, and that's just being honest. I remember 5 years ago, I was like, I'll be really happy if I hit 10K a month, but like 30K, no way. No, I don't need 30K a month. I'd be happy with 10. And now I'm like, let's not talk about it. But the point is, 5 years ago, I didn't have the same kind of goals now. So I actually kind of hope that I find stuff from 5 years ago, because that'd be pretty cool. So I'm going to I see you guys, they're all blowing this up, and I'm going to say it in front of Michelle, but I am going to put up a post thanking Michelle. So if you guys could jump on there and give her all the love on my wall when we're done, that would be awesome. I'm just reading some of the comments. Doesn't look like we have questions, but I want to set a challenge out for you guys. So we're coming up on a holiday weekend. Yay, camping. I would challenge you guys to listen to Michelle's full goal setting call again. Even if you did it earlier in the year, I would say set a goal to do it by Monday at midnight. I mean, I know if you're having people over, but I'm giving you until Monday. So you have a few days, but I'm just setting a goal because I would love for you guys to kind of revisit that if you haven't lately. Michelle, thank you. I'm so excited. I just ordered more blue index cards, by the way.
I love it. Guys, they work. I've been doing it for 23 years. And I saw somebody asked, why blue? Okay. I had a mentor, my very first mentor in this business. He made $90 million personally in 1 year. So when you make 90 million personally in 1 year, like I was like, dude, I'm just going to do whatever the hell he says. Okay. And he's the one who taught me this 23 years ago. And we did a 2.5-day goal setting event. That was a $5,000 training that I went to. And they say, and you can even Google it, guys. I mean, blue actually goes into your subconscious more than any other color. And it also triggers the part of our brain that creates like, you know, dopamine and endorphins and things like that. And so it is a happier color. And so it makes you feel better and it goes in your subconscious more. And your subconscious is really what's running your entire paradigm and who you are and your beliefs and your habits. That's what your paradigm is. It's your habits. And so if you want to change your habits, you've got to change your paradigm. Otherwise, you'll get sucked back into complacency and comfort zone. Your comfort zone is like, no. Like right when you get something great going on, it sucks you back in because it's like, no, that's not you. This is you, the broke one. Remember, that's your story. Okay, so this will help you to get out of that. And you know what? Again, I was always coachable. Okay, so I had the desire. I was coachable and I was willing to work. And when someone who made $90 million personally in 1 year said, put your goals in the present tense on blue index cards with blue ink, I was like, done and done. That was it.
So I have a question that has nothing to do with goals, but my office supply humans that are on here want to know too. You said you have favorite blue pens, and I just know what pens they are so I can order them with my note cards.
So it's the Pilot blue pen. I buy them in the bushelsfuls, and you want to get the finer ones because the fat ones bleed all over your papers and get blue yuck all over them. I've made the mistake of buying the fatty tips. So you want the fine point. It's Pilot G207.
I'm on Amazon right now. Oh, hey.
Best pens ever.
Amazon is freaky like that. It already knew that that's what I needed.
I use them literally until it is sucked completely dry, and it breaks my heart to throw them away. But every pen that goes all the way down to the bottom, and there's also some sense of like, yeah, because I knew I took a lot of notes on different trainings and stuff.
There are two things that make me really happy in life. One, finishing a pen. And two, getting to the bottom of a supplement container. And I don't know why that is. See, you guys understand. When I hit the bottom of that canister, I'm like, oh, hell yeah, I did that.
It's the little things in life, you know?
Okay, so some of you are happy I asked about the pens. Some of you didn't care, but I'm really happy that I asked that question now. So I feel good. So Michelle, thank you so much for your time tonight. You know, I love and appreciate you so much. And I know that this is going to be replayed a million times. But again, guys, goal is Monday by midnight. To listen to the goal.
And I want to hear from you. Like, let me know, like, what you got out of it. If you want to share your 9 goals I suggest sharing them with your upline elite leaders because it helps. It helps for us to know where you want to go. And it also helps to hold you accountable. Some people don't want to be held accountable, you know, but if you want to share them and if you want to just even share your experience, if you have questions, let me know. I love and appreciate every single one of you. We just have such an amazing team. And Amber, you're the bomb diggity dude. I mean, you're like seriously one of the best leaders I've ever seen in the 23 years of doing this business. So I appreciate you, girl.
I appreciate you too. No, we're gonna stop because someone always makes me cry. And I am not crying.
Don't start it.
We're done.
Well, you know I'm a sap.
I know, so stop it. We're good. Okay, guys, you already know that I love you and respect the crap out of you. We have 9 days left, and if you guys knew what we knew is coming in June, you'd be filling your funnels. You know, there is a sale coming this weekend for Memorial Day. It's not like your massive normal blowout, but it's a pretty awesome sale to really rack in some other orders. But guys, the stuff coming in June is going to be just massive. I'm really excited to see it just launch us all the way through to the fall when it gets fun again then. So, all right, guys, happy Wednesday. We'll see you guys next week. Thank you again, Michelle.
Bye, guys. Love you guys.